Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So, as I've mentioned before, as this is one of many videos, I am part of the Scooby-Doo Readathon, which is being hosted by Simone and me, Simone and I, and co-hosted by Clint from Reads Readers and Emily from Novel Novels, and I will link all their channels down below. So, this is just to touch up and recap. I am currently on another prompt, but this one was or the book that I've just finished reading was the first of a series called The Alchemist, which is a story or series based primarily around Nicholas Flamel. And this was the book that I read for the Velma prompt, which was to read a book with a protagonist who was a genius. And I'd like to consider Nicholas Flamel as a genius, between him and his wife, of course. So, this, as I said, was the first of a book series. It's one of 7, and one I intend to reread, as I've read this one before, but I'm rereading it because I really enjoyed it and it's been a while. So, I listened to the first one on audiobook, and I really rather enjoyed it. For those of you who have no idea what this is about, the first book, or the series itself, is based around a prophecy which was written and told by Abraham, a biblical figure. And the story is not biblical whatsoever. It's just there's a lot of myths revolving around in one story. A lot of myths. And you get a lot of legendary characters that show up in here. Everyone from Hecate and Nicholas, of course, Bass to what is that warrior's name? Joan of Arc. To there's just William Shakespeare. There's a lot of characters that get mentioned. So, although the prophecy is being dictated by Abraham, a biblical figure, it is not a biblical story. It is a mythological story, and it is focused around a prophecy that that a set of twins having the magical powers or auras of gold and silver will come into being and will eventually basically either help destroy the world or help recreate it. And so the story focuses a lot on that, and I really can't go into too much detail or I will spoil a lot of it. As I read the series going in, I will do a deeper dive for those who are interested, but it is a really, really good story. Lots of really good characters. The two twins are brother and sister who feed off each other relentlessly. And it's a really fun story. The first book focuses on how the twins are introduced into this concept and then into the world of magic and are introduced to Nicholas Flamel himself, and then they go through a process of learning who they are, what they are, and everything that entails. Learning about magic, learning how to connect with magic themselves, and all the different pros and cons and risks that all go with that. So, but anyway, that is the book that I read for the latest prompt, which was, as I said, Velma. I believe it was the third prompt, which was to read a book with a genius protagonist. And again, I chose this one because it was Nicholas Flamel. Originally, I was going to choose Jason Bourne, but as I've been into more of a fantasy thing right now, it just didn't really appeal to me. So I read that one instead. Going onward, I'm on to the next prompt, which is the group read, and then I have one more after that. So I'm currently reading the group read, which is Meddling Kids. And I have to say I am about almost halfway through it. And I can definitely say it's been really hard to not DNF it so far, as I'm finding it incredibly boring. It does have some good humor bits in it, I won't deny that whatsoever, but so far it's pretty boring. So, But I will persevere and push on through it, and then um, give you my thoughts in the next video. So the last prompt that I'll be doing after that is the Shaggy prompt, which is the second prompt, and that's to read a book in your best friend's genre. And originally I was going to read a book called Woman 99 that was sent to me by a friend of mine, Nikki. And out of the books that her and I had talked about, two of them had really stood out the most to me. And it was Woman 99 or Rebecca. And just feeling a small change. I don't know, reading the synopsis, I'm just not feeling Woman 99 at this exact moment. It might change, but I think instead I'm going to read Rebecca and then try reading Woman 99 in a little bit of a later time. So that is where I am at the moment. I have basically a book and a half left to go in this readathon, and I have really rather enjoyed the challenge of this. So I am, like I said, a book and a half way away from completing all the different prompts. Yeah, so thank you again so much for listening or checking in on my channel. I greatly appreciate all of my current followers, and for those of you who may be new, if you like this video, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I greatly would appreciate that, and I will talk to you in the next video. Thank you.